So I just played a 58 Goldtop, a 59 Burst, and a 62 SG Les Paul. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Zamp and I play guitar in Get the Let Out. We're a Zeppelin tribute. We tour all over the country and I love playing guitar and talking Zeppelin and talking vintage guitars, and that's what we're going to do today. So, as you saw in the intro, I said I played a 59 Burst, a 58 Goldtop, and a 62 SG, and it's all true, and it's all thanks to my buddy, Mike Hickey.
What's up?
So I talked to Mike a couple weeks ago, and he said he got his hands on a 58, and he was going to bring it to our show in Keene, New Hampshire. And if you don't know who Mike is he is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to guitars. He has been doing research on this stuff for ages, and he has worked with all kinds of cats all over the world. The man has probably held more bursts in anybody that I've ever met. And I'm not exaggerating. So in this video, we're going to talk about Paul Hammond's 59 Burst that he just got, an undiscovered burst. We're going to talk about the 58 Goldtop and that 62 Les Paul SG. So if you're new here and you like vintage guitars or guitars and recording or anything associated in that same realm, go ahead and help me out. Hit that like and subscribe. So I have finished the first year of my goal, which was to release one video every single week on this channel, and I did it. And I was very proud of myself, and I decided I needed to set another goal. So the next goal leading into next year is to hit the 5,000 subscribers. So if you dig what you see, you like what you see, you enjoy this sort of thing, hit that like and subscribe. That would definitely help me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Also, I've got links in the description. Go follow Mike Hickey. So that's enough yapping for me. Let's get into this video. Okay, guys, it's a very special day here. We're at the Colonial Theater in Keene, New Hampshire, and Hammond and I are with our good buddy, Mike Hickey.
What's up?
And it is special guitar day here. We've got 3 sick choice guitars, in my opinion. They're pretty awesome. One of them is Sir Hammond's. You tell him what it is.
Well, it's affectionately dubbed as the Holy Grail. It's a real 1959 Les Paul Sunburst Standard. Old refin. It was probably done about 45 years ago, and then never played until I got my hands on it. My grubby little paws. All the scratches I did myself. Plays and sounds amazing. I mean, we call it the Holy Grail. I had a Bigsby at one point, vibrato arm that they plugged the holes. A couple other holes that were plugged. We know not why. Maybe it got gouged or like just banged around on stage. But it's an amazing player grade 1959 Les Paul Standard.
It's amazing.
I love it.
I love the heart. I love the heart in the.
Oh, there was an inlay. You can't really see it, yeah, but they filled it in with Brazilian rose, where there was there used to be a mother of pearl heart inlay there, and they filled it in.
It's really hard to see in the light, but that's awesome.
It is cool. It's got personality.
That's sick.
And sound, telling you.
It's quacky.
It is.
It's quacky right out of the case.
Yeah, it's really killer, and it's great to play live. You know, I can take it out and play it. And
so, Mike, you found someone reached out to you. How did this come about?
A friend of mine in Arizona, he texted me. He's like, "Hey, there's a guy with 2 bursts nearby in a small store." So I got on the horn immediately, did the research, thought of Paul, and then the other burst, I called my friend Joe Bonamassa, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm up for that." So we did a bunch of back and forth thing, and went out and tried to get a bag of money together and make a deal, and so we were able to get this one at a semi-affordable price due to the refin, and put it in Paul's hands finally. Like anybody, lifetime dream to have a 59 Les Paul. So,
yeah. One day.
Yeah, and me too.
I would take a 60 even.
Yeah.
One day, Mike. Call me, man.
We can share
I'll split a bag of cash with you.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's always worth getting involved in these things because it's part of guitar history, and also I like to see my friends have cool, because then I can play it.
True.
But yeah, it's a great guitar. And it's my first time seeing it, and it's been a couple months now that it's been out on the road, so it's really cool to see it in person.
So what do you think? It's all right?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I'd say it's worthy.
It's worthy?
yeah, it's worthy, and tonight it will deliver.
Yeah.
Well, you should have heard him last night. You cranked up, was it 68 Plexi? 69?
Yeah, 69 Plexi.
69
Yeah,
Plexi.
With the 412.
Testing it.
Yeah.
Well, it was obviously because EZO played through it.
Right.
It sounded ridiculous.
It's like, yeah, the voice.
I couldn't believe how quiet it was, though. I mean,
Right, yeah.
oh, it was awesome. It was so awesome. You just got this, the case to it, right?
Oh yeah, from Rob at D-Town Guitars. They're actually making a relic lifting case, Gibson lifting case, and it's kind of curious to me because they get relic really quickly on the road just by carrying them around. But I mean, the inside's beautiful. I mean, it's got the little like pillow for the headstock.
Oh, yeah.
It's like very nice.
Good for a cat nap.
Yeah, well, exactly. Cats love these cases, the pink velour. Yeah, but the funny thing was, it's relic, and I guess he had sold it to somebody and they didn't like it and they returned it. So he said, "Do you want it?" I said, "Well, of course. I got it, for a reasonable price because it's rather expensive to get a case that's like pre-distressed." I don't.
Yeah, they probably were like, "I just bought this case, but it looks beat up. I don't think I want this anymore."
Yeah. But it's perfect for this
new.
guitar.
I thought it was new.
This is definitely used.
Yeah, it's perfect for this guitar because the originals, they didn't have the neck support and they would over time deteriorate and sag, and the headstock would be resting against the back of the case. And there's been stories where somebody's case gets knocked over and the headstock breaks.
Right.
It's happened.
Yeah. We don't want that.
No, we don't want
So
that.
about this burst though, you said something. Is it an undiscovered?
It would be. It was
Yeah.
non-circulated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't exist on the
On the list.
the list
people.
of first serial or any of that. No.
And also the same owner since the 70s.
Yes.
So it's been this and the other one were both locked up with one guy since 74.
Yeah, he bought him in
So-
mid '70s in New York City from allegedly a jazz guitar player had both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, uncirculated doesn't mean no one's owned it. It just
Right.
means it's not been through the ringer.
Right.
A lot of bursts you see, and you can see them coming on the market recently too. They're already, they're already known. They may be more original or more flamey, but they're already in the books. They're already been owned by 10 collectors. So what we're looking for is this, that nobody's played, nobody's seen in all this time. And it's, even if you go back 20 years, somebody bought a burst 20 years ago and didn't start flipping them, right out of the gate. It's just cool, and it's cool to get the history because the Gibson ledgers are missing for those particular years from mid '58 onward to '60. So it helps fill in the blanks.
Right.
Isn't there a $59,000 reward to the person that comes up with
Yeah,
it?
59,000. It's
$59,000.
going to take more than 59,000 to get my list.
That's all you got.
I got $5, dude.
Oh, you can see.
Yeah, right. No, I mean that flame though, man. I really hope the camera picks up that flame.
Depends on the angle that you look at it from. Like it's amazing. It's like somewhat of maybe a ghost flame.
As soon as the camera passes over it on the right side of the frame, you can kind of see it come in.
Yeah, like if you stand back here.
It's amazing.
Like crazy.
I wonder if
And it's developed over the time of having, because I don't think it was exposed to light literally for 45 years or so. And the frets are like new. Did you see that, Mike? There's no fret wear on this at all. Ever since it was refretted. There's no fret wear.
Well, now there will be.
A lot. Then one day, I put more fret wear on it than it had in 45 years.
And another thing with this is it's got the real rings, which could be pilfered by this time in its life.
True.
And that's the hardest part to buy for a burst, because they only came on the burst, the PAF Goldtop, or the ES 295.
Oh, awesome.
And they make out of the same material in the early 70s, but they're slightly different inside. So, and If you want to know why they're different, then you'll have to do research like I've done for 30 years.
Right.
Yeah, spectacular.
Well, I mean, I've heard it firsthand, and that guitar screams, man. Mike, I can't wait for you to hear Paul play it later on. What's the story with this beautiful Goldtop over here?
Okay, a good friend of mine likes to loan me cool.
That's amazing.
So this is an early 58 PAF Goldtop. All original with the exception of a nice refret. And my buddy's owned it probably 24 years or so. And it's been well played. It's well loved. It's serial number 81008. And I think the Goldtops start at 81001. So it's one of the first 58s. It's, you know, I like to call it a burst with its clothes on, you know, because you can't see the wood.
Yes.
But again, we've got the original PAFs, we've got the original M69 rings, and it's a screamer, Brazilian rosewood. You know, it just rings. It already sounds plugged in.
Yeah. That's one thing I noticed with yours too, how just acoustically loud it is on its own.
Yeah, and you know, all these soothsayers out there are like, oh, tone wood doesn't matter. Well, okay, well you can go play your ESP all day long. I'll play this. You know, and of course, you know, I always like to travel in the protector case because there's two things you can find in one of these: an 11-pound 76 Wine Red Deluxe or a 50s Les Paul. And but yeah, that's a great guitar. And we'll rock that out tonight too.
The old chainsaw case. I had a, I shouldn't have sold it. Everyone has a guitar they shouldn't have sold. But I had a 78 standard Ebony in the original chainsaw case.
Yeah.
I had it for a long time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm not just, you know, forcing the LP Deluxe with wine red finish on anybody.
it sounds like you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a real treat.
That is fantastic.
And my same friend loans me this, except it's kind of like a permanent loan. He's always like, hey, dude, where's that SG? So this is also a Les Paul. This is a 1962 Ebony block, the only year they had the Ebony block on the decorative tailpiece thing. And this was still called a Les Paul, pre Les Paul's divorce, when he was like, I don't want to, you know, pay my ex-wife all that money, so take my name off it. Plus, he didn't like the SG. So this thing's the end of the Les Paul. So in, you know, 63, it becomes the SG, which I believe stands for solid guitar. How could they come up with that? And this thing is great because it's got a heel repair, a couple of head repairs. It's actually got a little crack since the last repair, but we don't care about any of that anymore because this thing's, you know, it's been played. And the pickups in it now are Duncan's. It's had a bunch of different pickups because I changed them out depending if I am trying something or style of music. I originally got this guitar to play in a doom metal band, so I wanted lots of gain. And now these are kind of light gain, you know, like 7 something, 8, and I don't need that gain anymore. I'm not upset, and you know. So, and this got a nice refret. But again, and these strings are probably 2 years old because I'm so lazy. I hate changing strings. I don't know why. I mean, I've only done it like twice, 3 times. But yeah, this is a great guitar as well. And in theory, my friend will never want it back. That crack's actually growing. Must be from all the incendiary riffs that I've been playing.
The doom metal.
Yeah, it's a doom guitar. I mean, it's great for Sabbath. It's all, you know, I think I got 11s on it now, maybe.
I love that Ebony block, man. I've never seen that before.
It's so cool. Only in
Mother of pearl.
only in 62.
Really?
And you find it on some SG Juniors too, I believe. And SG Customs as well would have them if it's got this tailpiece. And I know Brian Ray from Paul McCartney's band, his signature SG has
Dude, his signature SG is sick.
It's cool.
I love it.
And he's a great player, and he's a madman for collecting too.
Yeah, I just saw he did a video with Mark Ignasi, went to his place and went to his collection. Right, you saw that?
Yes.
I think I just messed up Mark's last name, but whatever. He doesn't know who I am. He'll mess up my last name too.
But yeah, and this is the original case that would have come with this, with the nice yellow lining, and you can't smell it out there on the internet, but this thing is old.
You could. As soon as it opened up, it was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, this guitar weighs 7 pounds, 6 3/4 ounces. So it's just now if somebody would just change the strings, Bobby D.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
And now that weighs about 9, I would say.
I'd say it's around 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's cool? People don't know this feature of the protector case. And I wouldn't recommend doing this all the time.
Oh, that's the stand up with the neck rest.
Exactly, yeah.
I used to do that all the time.
Right now,
True.
But
you see this? You see how it bends right here?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes, like,
Whoa.
especially with the super heavy one, it would just kind of do that move.
So I only do that sparingly. Usually with the most expensive guitar I can find. But yeah, we're lucky. We got a vintage Gibson party going on
Yeah.
right here
Yeah.
in Keene, New Hampshire,
Big time.
at the Colonial with Get the Lead Out.
That's right. So I think that's a good overview of the guitars, and we'll definitely have to set up some video, some cameras for the show, maybe get a little sound check and do outside of the mix of the whole band and just like jam on some of the guitars.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm sure it'll annoy the front of house and the lighting.
Yeah, Richie will start yelling at us, but
We'll be like, Richie,
he'll be all right.
Richie, can you just turn all the lights on for us and the strobe?
So awesome. Well, hey, let's turn this off for now, and we'll see you on the stage.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's got everything.
It does. Yeah.
Burst.
That's what it is.
That's
Like
killer. Oh, I have to do it because
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's still there. It's still there.
That does not suck.
Does not suck at all.
Yeah, that
How
does
about
not
that,
suck.
like, the slight V on that? It's actually slightly 57 like.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, a lot of
my God.
lot of
Anyway,
lot of
yeah.
scammery in that one.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna use this.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna sound
That sounds
awesome.
fantastic. There
Yeah,
it is.
that's awesome. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. Mike, again, I can't thank you enough. I know that 58 is still in my vault. I didn't give it back to you. It was, don't tell anybody. I'm still reeling from the good time that we all had. Thanks again to Mike, to Paul Hammond for letting me document his burst. That thing is incredible. I get to see that every single night. He plays it every night we get the let out. So come out, check that thing out. It sounds absurd. It looks beautiful. It's just, it's the holy grail. It's insane. Guys, hit that like and subscribe. Help me hit that 5,000 mark. And yeah, I'm Tommy Zamp. Continue to be awesome to each other. Be good to yourself. Okay? Nothing but peace and love. I'll see you guys in the next video.